My name is Brent Killam, and this is for my IL 556 class. This is personnel interview with school counselor. This is Miss Lakeitha Bradley, and she is the counselor here at W.S. Neal High School. Miss Bradley, how long have you been a counselor here at the high school?
4 years.
For 4 years. Okay. Um, I have some of your job responsibilities here, and I'll just go over a few of them. I know it's quite a lengthy list. Some of them are, let's see, develop guidance programs based on developmental needs of students, needs assessments and school and system priorities, maintain student records according to established guidelines, use technology resources effectively, administer tests, interpret scores, and communicate results. What are some of your job responsibilities or daily tasks that you have around here?
It varies depending on the day, depending on the needs of the students. My main thing is to be present for the students. I have to maintain records, as you said. I send out transcripts of students who are trying to get into college, and for those that are already in college, and for those who need like their prior educational experience.
Right.
I have to send that information out. I have to monitor student progress to make sure they're progressing like they're supposed to. If they're not, pulling the resources available for that student, be it after school tutoring or RTI or anything that the student needs to be successful. I work alongside, because we have a mental health therapist that come in, so I work alongside with the mental health therapist to make sure that the students that she's seeing their needs are being met as needed.
Right.
I don't necessarily see them, but I'm like a go-between if something happens, and I get in touch with the therapist. It just varies. Like, I work with the teachers. If the teachers are having issues with the student, then I may talk to a student. If they have a student that they're concerned about, then they'll call me and say, hey, can you talk to this student? So I'm constantly monitoring students. I have a laundry list of students,
Right.
just about every one of them that I'm like, I check on this one this day, just to make sure that everything is going okay. But if we have a crisis, nothing gets done, and I'm taking care of that crisis until it's resolved.
So do you spend a lot of time actually counseling students at this level, or is it more of the mental health coming in to do a lot of the counseling?
I spend a lot of the time counseling.
Okay.
And it's not, now if I see that the need for therapy, which is what the mental health would come in to do, then I will refer them to the therapist. There's some situations that I will not take on just because I'm not a therapist, and legally I can't counsel a child in that way. But a lot of the day-to-day issues, some of them just need to come and talk. They're at this age, a lot of them don't get along all the time with their parents. So we're talking about that. We're talking about what they're going to do in the future, what just everyday life is what I spend a lot of times. Kids just need to be heard.
I understand.
And that's what I'm doing. A lot of times my paperwork, which is I have a lot of that too, gets pushed to the side just so the kids can know that there is somebody there and present for them.
Got you. How does what you do impact student learning on a daily basis? How does it affect the kids as far as what you do?
Well, I try to encourage the encouragement part of it, just encouraging them to do better, be better. If they need help, seek out help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. Giving them the resources they need if they're struggling or having issues and stuff. Right now, our only resource for the students is after school tutoring. So a lot of them, high school, they don't take advantage of that. But just encouraging the after school tutoring, encouraging them to be an advocate for themselves. So if they're failing, to talk to the teacher, see what they can do for themselves before I have to intervene, or before I have to call the parents and intervene. But I try to teach them to advocate for themselves.
Okay. How have you improved or become more focused on what you do in order to improve student learning since you've been in this position?
Every year I try to do like a self-evaluation, and I ask students, what can I do better to help your process, or what can I do differently in order to help. I try to be more focused on students rather than paperwork driven, more student driven, so that I can make sure all the goals that they have for themselves are being met, and the goals that the school has for them are being met as well.
Okay. Well, that's all I have, Miss Bradley. Thank you for your time, and I appreciate it.
You're welcome.